What's up, everybody? It's Jimmy with Papa J Vinyl. Hey, I just wanted to pop in. I just got through watching the pay-per-view of Kiss's final show at Madison Square Garden. Wanted to leave you my thoughts. I really wanted to go to that show. I wanted to make a trip to New York and be there for the spectacle of it and all that good stuff, but couldn't do that, so I bought the pay-per-view and watched it tonight. I want to give an honest opinion. As a fan, as a major Kiss fan for 45 years, lots of different thoughts in my head on this. And you may agree with me, you may not. I hope you enjoyed it if you watched it. Hey, that's the whole thing. If you loved it, awesome. Okay, so here we go. I've seen Kiss many times. First time was in December 31st, 1977, when Alive 2 was out, the Love Gun Tour. First time I'd ever saw them. I saw them on Dynasty, then I just saw them on tours after that, and I saw the End of the Road tour several times. Saw them a couple times without makeup. The reunion tour, I think 4 times on the reunion tour in 96, and the farewell tour, which was not a farewell tour, of course, and on and on and on. But anyway, so I've seen them a lot. It is the greatest show on earth, no doubt. As far as a rock concert goes, there's nothing that beats it. Many bands try it, but it'll never compare to a Kiss show. It just doesn't. Okay, so here's my thoughts. The show itself tonight, the beginning of it on pay-per-view was a lot of interviews with different people, showing stuff like that. It was cool. But the show itself is not much different than what I've seen on the End of the Road tour. There were more, let me put it this way, there were more bells and whistles, right? Especially in the end. Lots more bells and whistles. The production was almost like they took all the production and just used it all tonight, right? So they don't have to take it back or whatever. But here's what I'd like to have seen as a band, as a fan. 50 years is a long time. They have quite the history. And if you're a Kiss fan like I am, you know a lot of the history. You have all the DVDs, up here is the Kisstory DVDs and all that stuff. And here's what I would like to have seen, man. Being the last show, I would, and look, here's the other thing. On the pay-per-view, we couldn't see the back screen all the time. So I'm going to say some things, and it might have been there. I just wasn't able to see it, and I certainly wasn't there. To be in the audience in Madison Square Garden would have been amazing, because the live show beats the pay-per-view or the video show any day. But I would have liked to have seen more about the history of the band. Now, I also know I've been in the music business for a long time myself, so I know how it works. I know how production works. I know you just can't say, okay, now we're just going to do it different tonight, because it's a show that they rehearsed and practiced, and they know where to be, where the cues are, and where to be at this point. They know all that, right? So I get all that. I would have liked to have seen some more homage to the beginning days when they were at Coventry, when they started out in 73, and a little bit more history building up with the band. I would have liked to have seen that. I would have liked to have seen more video clips of back in the day, and somehow paying respects to the history, the Kisstory, if you will, of the band. I didn't see that. I know at the end during Do You Love Me, there were some cool clips in the back of when they were a lot younger with Doc McGhee and stuff like that. But I would just like to have seen more. Was the show great? Of course. The show was everything you'd expect in a Kiss show. But personally, to be the very last show, they weren't going to bring out Peter and Ace. That would have been the ultimate. Nobody came out that had a history with the band. That would have been cool. Bring out some other songs that they never play. Again, paying homage to the old days, right? Bring out stuff from Do Strutter. Gosh, I can think of bunches of them. Do Baby Driver. Do Shock Me, even though Ace is not there. gosh, so many. Um, do 2000 Man, do Sure Knows Something, do A World Without Heroes from Ed the Elder. So much they could have done, I thought, that would have been really cool on that last show. Um, a lot of it was the same set list I've seen the last many times I've seen this tour. So there's nothing really different there. Again, the production was different in some places, just much more of it. Um, Look, I liked it. I did not like it, that's for sure. I'm glad I paid for the pay-per-view. Um, I'm glad I got to witness that. It'll come out on DVD, of course. It'll be probably boxed in with some box set thing or whatever, which I'll get. But I also thought it was interesting in the very end when they said their final goodnight and they put the animation on. That's going to be interesting to see what that exactly means. Because Paul even said, we're not going away. One door closes, another one's opens. We're not going anywhere. So Kiss will carry on. They will journey on, I believe. I do believe it was the last tour. But what are they going to do with this animation? What I thought was cool with the animation is it brought about the superhero thing back into it. Because when they started, we all thought they were superheroes. And that kind of is what they did in the end. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Does it mean that other guys are going to take over and be Kiss, and Kiss is going to journey on with new people? Maybe. I don't know. Who knows what it's going to do. One thing I would have liked to have seen, let me go back to what I was talking about, paying homage to the old days. I would have liked to see clips from the Kiss Meets the Phantom movie. I think that would have been cool. You know, when to show some of that while they're playing, you know, whatever. I would like to have heard I Stole Your Love Tonight. That would have been cool. They did do Making Love, which I thought was cool. I would have liked to hear her Ladies Room. You know, just so many songs I would have liked to hear. I would have liked to have heard Hard Luck Woman. But I could list a bunch, right? Anyway, in closing, I'm glad I got to see it. I will always be a Kiss fan. I am one till I die. I will play the records. I will always support the band, whatever they do. But that's just my honest opinion of the show. I feel fortunate to have grown up in a time when Kiss was who they were and got to live through all those years and be a fan of that band. So anyway, subscribe, leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought of the show if you saw it tonight. You may totally disagree with me. I don't care. Disagree with me. That's cool. It's your opinion, right? That's what's, again, I say in every video. What's cool about music is it's subjective. What's cool about concerts is they're subjective too. You go, you like it, or you don't, right? All right, everybody. See you next time.